many things we carry within Sisel, but tonight we're going to specialize in our Fit and Fabulous weight loss system. Let's look at how the other programs are that are in the marketplace, and really they don't work. The major ingredient they have in meal replacement is based on soy. And soy can really do some damage. They can create metabolic syndrome. They can certainly damage your health. There's a lot of effects with the soy because it can really create a lot of health hazards in your body. I'll tell you, if you consume soy, you create a product within your body called phytic acid. And phytic acid is really hard on the body because it makes it so difficult to absorb nutrients, particularly minerals and vitamins and things like that. And so you can have quite a bit of health damage from doing it. Also in soy there are estrogen mimics. In other words, they're phytoestrogens, plant-based estrogens, and they act like estrogen. Well, estrogen is what is it designed for? One of the things is for reproduction, to build a baby, to store fat, to make it so that you have a reserve so that when you bear a child that you'll have all these fat reserves to fuel the growth of that child. But if you're of course, if you're not, then what's going to happen? You're just going to store that fat. So phytoestrogens help to encourage the body to want to store fat. Soy also has a lot of contaminants in it. It's one of the most heavily contaminated products that's in the world today. The crops are so attacked by weeds and parasites and insects and all of those things that they put tremendous amounts of chemicals on the soy crop so that they can maximize the output from it. And as you look at many of these meal replacement weight loss products that are on the marketplace, they're soy-based. You can look at the ingredients, and if soy is in the first 3 or 4 that are listed, you have to list them in order of concentration. It means it's got a high level of soy in it. So what we've done is we have said, well, number one, we're not going to use soy. We don't want all of those negative aspects that soy has. Of course, scientists know that whey protein has got a lot of biological power. Of course, that comes from milk. The soy is very heavily chemically contaminated. So is whey. In milk, you have a number of things. You have herbicides, you have pesticides. Also, cows have a lot of antibiotics in it. They're always getting an infection in the udder, in the bag of the cow. So cattle are regularly given, milk cows are given antibiotics. In order to get more milk, because farmers are paid on poundage, what they do is they hit them with hormones that make them produce more milk. So what happens to those hormones? What happens to those antibiotics? They go right into the milk itself. The other thing that it contains is lactose. And a lot of people are lactose intolerant. We've isolated what we believe, according to science, is the worst of these ingredients, the bad ones, and have used a system to separate and filtrate them out through a microfiltration process. And this instrument that you're looking at in the middle of it is a microfiltration system. And the milk, we don't heat ours. It's 105 degrees, so the good enzymes that are in milk are also there. And so we push it through under pressure. So the material starts separating off at different stages. Lactose goes off, milk fat goes off, herbicides, pesticides, antibiotics, hormones, and then at certain levels you get pure serum proteins. On the other side, you have these calcium caseinates that are there. And they're both loaded with proteins, but of different types. The calcium caseinates on the left also have a large complement of minerals within them. So when they go in the body, they have 2 effects. The whey proteins support a really significant increase in fat burning, and they support muscle building. And so for about 2 hours with the serum proteins, like on the right, you'll get a significant support for increasing fat burning. And then the calcium caseinates come along, and they do a whole other series of things. What they do is they actually are very slow digesting because it unfolds just like an umbrella does. It's narrow, and as you get it, it just starts to unfold. And it takes about 6 hours to move through the system. You get a fast burn with the serum proteins, and then you get a slow burn with the caseinates as they move through the system, and you feel full for a long time. And these other companies will never tell you about these kinds of things. The negative properties are in their products, so the potential. And these positive ones, they might try and allude to it, but in reality, the way they process it, they're not there. Siselean, we believe you can become a fat-burning, fat-shredding, fat-binding machine. It does all of those, or supports all of those things. You can feel full for 4 to 6 hours, curb your hunger, energize your entire body with this formula. And we think 2 to 5 pounds of weight loss a week is a real possibility. So it's your choice. You can lose weight or not lose weight depending on the product that you choose. You can have healthy weight loss or you can have unhealthy weight loss depending on the product that you choose.